Okay, guys, today I want to talk to you about communication. And I'm not talking about when SHTF happens or anything like that, or an EMP or anything crazy like that. What I want to talk about is just everyday communication around your home if there's a crisis around the home. If you hear something in the middle of the night, a bump in the night, you go outside to check it out, and you want to stay in communication with your loved ones back inside. Also, you might want to have some hearing protection in case it does go kinetic. So I just want to show you a couple of things that we use around our household and around the farm that works really well. So the first thing I like to use is the Walker headsets. Now, these are not really expensive, and everybody's going to go, well, there's a lot better solutions. There are better solutions, but they're a lot more money. This one is just a solution that I've chosen to use, and it works pretty good. And the reason I like these is because it has hearing protection, and it has a radio on the side. And I think this is a GMRS radio. I know it's legal to transmit on this one, and it has voice actuated, and it has a press to talk button right here. It also has 16 channels. Now, if you have someone inside your home that also has a set of these, you can talk back to them if you're on the right channel. But if you have someone inside your home that has a Baofeng radio, which is a ham radio, they can hear what you're saying on this if you're on the same channel. So for instance, 462.575 is channel 16 on this, and it's 462.575 on this. So you can actually talk on this, and this can pick you up. So if my wife is inside and I hear a bump in the night, I put on my headsets, I go outside, I can turn this on, set it next to the bed or whatever, or the safe room or wherever she's at, and she can hear what's going on with me outside. That's the first way. The second way, which has got a little bit longer range, and if things go kinetic, let's say you're at the mall or you're in a parking lot, or let's just say whatever, you're somewhere where there's a lot of people and you don't have your Walker headsets, and you don't really want to have them on, you don't want to look that kinetic, there's some Walker rope hearing protection with Bluetooth right here. These are more expensive than the original set. These are, I think, were 80 to 100 bucks, might even been more. I think they're even more now. But what these do, they give you hearing protection. They also give you amplified hearing, just like these, is give you hearing protection and amplified hearing, so that if you're out in the woods or wherever, you can hear things that you don't normally hear. It's like wearing a good set of hearing aids, really. But if you decide to go outside in the middle of the night to check on something, your wife can be on her cell phone, and you can have these Bluetooth to your cell phone, and you can walk 5 miles and still talk to her, because your cell phone, you're working through the cell phone. You're working through a cell phone. It's Bluetooth to your ear, and you can talk, you can hear, and all the good stuff that goes with it. So these are really a lot more dependable in many ways, depending on the cell towers. Now, if we start getting into things like, EMPs, grid down, cell towers out, all that kind of stuff, these can become useless unless Elon Musk gets his new satellite phones going. Then this would be really, really useful. You could be out in the middle of nowhere and still be able to talk. So I can't wait till that happens. But these are the next level up from this and this. So just also remember, you can't transmit on this legally. okay? Because it is a ham radio unless you have a license. So your wife theoretically can't transmit back to you. However, if it's an emergency situation, you can transmit, I guess. You know, whatever. You be the judge of all that. Anyway, I just wanted to show you those two ways of easy communication that are really reliable and give you hearing protection. So you get hearing protection and communication all together. So if you have to go investigate something in the middle of the night or wherever, whatever's going on, they say something happens at the mall, there's a shooting, your wife is over on the other side of the mall and you're on this, you can throw these on, you can talk to her and say, hey, you okay, honey? And you can have your hearing protection, going. I think they call these things ropes, but you have your hearing protection going, and you can just do one ear if you have to. And you can be shooting and moving, getting out of there, whatever you got to do to get home, and you also can coordinate with your spouse on the cell phone if you want to do that. All right, go out and make yourself, your family, and your fellow warrior better.